Hey guys, what's up? Mike Locke here. Thanks for tuning in to this video. So the issue is you're working on a project and the person that you're doing the work for is frustrating you by overriding your design decisions. Okay, this happens a lot. This happens in the freelance world. It also happens in the corporate world. Okay, so we can call them clients from hell, annoying clients, demanding clients. And clients can be anyone, product managers, stakeholders, your boss, okay? Anyone that you're doing work for is ultimately your client, okay? So this happens all the time. I got an email from this guy was saying, Mike, I'm working on a project and the client is overriding, is telling me telling me if they want this in their designs, and it's really screwing up my designs. How do you deal with it? It's terrible. We all go through it, and we will continue to go through it for the rest of our web design careers. And the good thing is there are ways to deal with this. I figured it out. But it doesn't matter what level you get to, you're going to be dealing with it. Whether in the freelance world or the corporate world, you're going to be dealing with it. I had a client, I mean, you can have a client that says, you know what, hey, they're paying you to do their website, but they're saying like, you know what, I have a unicorn as my mascot, and please include this along with some rainbow colors into the website. And you're like, how am I going to do that? You know, so you have clients like that can screw up your work with logos and branding requirements and all this other stuff. It's just terrible, right? In the corporate world, believe me, I have over 17 years of experience working in 9-to-5 field and just working with different product owners and stakeholders and directors and managers. And guess what? Even in the corporate world, they're paying you as a UI designer to help them design their app or whatever, but 99.9% of the time you don't have control over the product. Okay, you're just the designer. You can be a senior lead designer. At the end of the day, you come up with some mock-ups, okay, of a proposed design, and you have what's called stakeholder meetings, where you go into a room or somehow and you have all the big wigs in there, and they look at the work and they look at the designs, and you might have one guy who is VP of everything and say, why do we have that there? Why can't we just have this on that page? Or why is there so much space? You know, why is there so much white space over here? Why is there too much of this? And can we squeeze this in? At the end of the day, you go back to your desk and you're like, it just frustrates you. And all the changes that they're asking for is, in your opinion, screwing up your work. Okay? This happens. How do you deal with it? The short answer is this. You always keep a version of the design that you're going to be posting to your portfolio. Okay? So what happens is you ultimately propose a design to your client. Okay? You have full creative control over that first mock-up. The company or the client starts to make changes to it. You can make changes to, future versions, but you always keep a version of that initial design, okay? Because that's the one that you're going to post to your portfolio, okay? But it's not that simple. Sometimes at the end of the day, weeks go by and the project is over, and all the versions that you've been doing, in your opinion, it kind of screws up your whole design. But you're like, you know what, I'm just going to do the work for them, but I have a solid version to work with. What happens is you have to go back a lot of times after the project is over and really manipulate that initial mock-up, the one that you have the one that you had full creative control over. You want to kind of reshape it and mold it into the end result that you like, using all the content and all the material that you gathered along the way. Okay, if that makes any sense. So these end up being, in my opinion, the best personal projects that you can post on your portfolio. What I mean by that is, for those of you who are new to my YouTube channel, I always talk about personal projects. Okay, a lot of web designers, they'll say, how do I build my portfolio? And I'll say, just start working on personal projects. Personal projects are fictitious websites that you can just think of and just come up with something and post it to your portfolio. The hard part is a lot of us web designers can't really remove themselves of being a designer and concept out content, real life content that you can work with, that you can add to the website, that really makes a website complete. Okay, if you notice the best projects, best mock-ups that you see on Dribble or anywhere, they have full content. You know, you have profile pictures and you have things, and the mock-up is full of content. Those are the best ones. If you don't have content, you have a really flat design. So you need content. So these type of projects, when you're working on a project and the company or the client is screwing up your work, you still have content to work with. Okay, so leverage that content, leverage that material, and mold it into that mock-up that you have full creative control over, and that's the one that you're going to be going after. Or that's the one that you're going to be posting to your portfolio. Give you an example. When I was at CBS, they give us so much content. Like I was working on a site, so they give you full-on beautiful photography, all this type of content and stuff to work with. And you know, I had a boss there that was really demanding. VP, you know, he was very high up, much higher than I was, and he was just, can you please move this over? Can you use that font? Can you use this? Can you add a drop shadow? And it was annoying me, right? But when at the end of the day, I gave them what they wanted, but I went home and then I would manipulate the design a little bit to fit the design that I wanted, the one that I had full creative control over, and that is the one that I ultimately would post to my portfolio. And a lot of times, it's happened year after year after year. When I have interviews with jobs and things, they're looking at work that I've done, and they really like the stuff that is on my portfolio. And a lot of them are personal projects, things that I've manipulated into the stuff that I liked. And along the way, I still had trouble with demanding, annoying clients and product managers and stakeholders and bosses that were telling me how to design things that I didn't agree with. So you learn, as time goes on, you learn to not get so frustrated with that. And right now, when people ask for things, I give my opinions, I give my proposals in a nice way, but if they don't want it, they want it in a different way, I give them what they want. But at the end of the day, I'm going to post to my portfolio the work that I have full creative control over. And ultimately, that ends up being the best way to go about doing it. All right, so hopefully that helped you a little bit. If you're having annoying clients or dealing with people that are messing up your work, just leverage the content and stuff that you're using, that you're getting from that site, but keep a version, you know, that you have full creative control over, and that's the one that you're going to be posting to your portfolio. And that would, at the end of the day, you come out the winner, because it wasn't for nothing, right? You're still getting paid for that work, but you're going to be posting the version that you like to your portfolio. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave me a comment, and more videos coming soon. We'll talk soon, guys. Peace.